So in a previous video, I talked about in general how these modules were organized, but I kind of want to dive into these a little bit more quickly, in particular, how the lectures and quizzes work. So I showed you the summary, which is sort of the learning objectives. Practice problems I'll talk about in another video. So this first one here, lecture 1-1, this is going to be a pretty consistent structure, so you should get used to seeing this. At the top, it's got a chapter and a section heading, and then you've got the kind of overall title, Introduction to Chemistry. That's repeated down here. Who's the creator? Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Bozeman Science, sometimes Khan Academy, and there might be others, but of course give credit here. It's matched to a learning objective, so upon watching this video, you should have a little bit more understanding of this. Now, with all these videos, so there's this one, and then there's another one coming up next. This isn't necessarily your entire learning for the content. What I would want you to know is that there's the textbook, and it's there for a reason. So some students learn better by reading first, then watching the video. Some you may want to watch the video first, so you got an introduction, then dive into the text, so it might make the text make a little more sense. You got to kind of do whatever makes sense for you, but I don't think you should do one to the exclusion of the other. All right, shoot, one sec here. All right, never mind. Let me do something else. All right, so got to get back in. Want to get back into the module here, and I was just showing you chapter 1, lecture 1, chapter 1, lecture 2. How you would progress is, of course, you'll progress in order. There's a table to memorize, so this is kind of in context as well, something you'll want to memorize these units. Here's a little more. And then again, every section, every lecture, so if we say click on this one, it's going to have learning goals associated with it or learning objectives. I've kind of been saying those back and forth. I'm sorry about that. I mean the same thing. And then at some point you'll get through everything and there'll be a quiz. And what I want to show you that I can't because my big ugly face is in the way is there's going to be a next button down here that you can click on. So as you navigate through, and you can see the previous button over here, so you can navigate through a module by going next, next, next as you go through it. All right, so let me go back here. And once you've kind of gotten to it, there's a quiz. So this quiz here is going to be for the lectures 1-1 through 1-5. I've got the topics listed here, and this sentence is really important. It's recommended that you take this quiz without your notes or books so you can test yourself. This is not a quiz in the sense that you're graded. This is not a quiz in the sense that like we need to worry about cheating. This is strictly a quiz for you to see how you're doing. And so it doesn't really make any sense to try and cheat or to try to have notes out. You kind of want to test yourself and see if you've got it. So I'd really recommend you do this after doing the practice problems and doing some other things. You see how you do. And again, doing the quiz, it'll probably say start quiz here for you, but for me, since I'm on the teacher end, it says preview. Oh, there's the next button that I was looking for. So after you take the quiz, you'll get a score. You should be getting your questions so you know what's right and what's not. And again, this isn't going to go into a grade or anything. This is all optional stuff. It's just for you and your learning process. So when you click next after doing a quiz, you just keep on moving, and here's the next lecture content. And again, always try to use lecture with the book, doing sample problems in the book, doing practice problems in the book, and then the quiz is kind of just a little check. All right, so that's kind of our basic structure for lectures, modules, and quizzes. And then some of my other videos are going to go into some more explanation later.